Most Geometry Dash players make the same mistake. They beat a few levels, try one demon, get destroyed, and then think they just aren't good enough. But the problem usually isn't skill, it's the path. So I ask a few GD players with completely different skill levels one simple question. How would you go from a 1-star level all the way to your first extreme demon? And the answers were actually way more useful than I expected. Before we get into the full path, why should you even listen to me? I'm not the perfect player, but I've been playing and building in Geometry Dash for around 6 to 7 years. I went from easy demons like Shiver to beating my first extreme demon, Cytokinesis. That was my path, but it won't work for everyone, so I tried to build a route that should help most players, and it starts way before demons. The first step is simple, but a lot of players skip it. Beat the RobTop levels. Not because they are the most exciting levels in the game, but because they teach the basics better than people realize. Cube timing, ship control, ball, UFO, wave, dual, speed changes. You get a little bit of everything. And if you're new, you should probably try to beat all non-demon main levels before worrying too much about online demons. And the last ones you should probably focus on are levels like Electrodynamics and Hexagon Force, because those start testing real control and consistency. Electrodynamics teaches speed and ship control, Hexagon Force teaches dual focus and not panicking when two players are on screen. If you can beat those, you're already way more ready for your first demon than someone who just jumps straight into random easy demons. After that, don't instantly jump to the hardest thing you see. Start playing online levels, dailies, recent rated levels, gauntlets, random easier levels. Just build experience. This is where one of the best tips I got comes in. Don't only play one type of level. If you only play wave levels, your wave will improve, but everything else stays weak. If you only play old memory levels, your memory gets better, but your ship control might still be terrible. A lot of good players said the same thing in different ways. Play different skill sets. That improves your sight reading, your consistency, and your ability to adapt to different gameplay styles. For your first demon, you can pick something simple like the Nightmare, Fjork, Shiver, the Lightning Road, Demon Mixed, or even Toe 2 if you want a main level demon. The goal is to build confidence. And this is important. A hard level is not bad, but a level that you hate playing is bad for your improvement. Because if every session feels miserable, you won't become consistent, you'll just burn out. So instead of jumping from easy demon to some random insane goal, build steps. Easy demon, then a harder easy demon, then a beginner medium demon, then a hard demon. You don't need to rush. Once easy demons start feeling comfortable, medium demons are the next real step. A good first medium demon should feel like a harder easy demon, not like a completely different game. A lot of players recommend something like B, because it teaches control, timings and multiple game modes without being impossible. Gauntlet demons can also be good, depending on the level. Then hard demons are where practice actually starts to matter. This is where you can't just go from zero forever and hope for the best. You need to learn sections, you need practice runs. And one player gave a tip that is honestly one of the most important in the entire video. If a level is hard for you, learn it with start positions. Don't just play from 0 until you randomly fluke. Do runs like 30 to 100, 50 to 100, or practice the hardest part until it becomes normal. That's how you actually improve. Insane demons are where the difficulty range gets weird. Some easier insane demons can feel close to hard demons. Some harder insane demons can feel almost like beginner extremes. So don't only look at the difficulty phase, actually test the level. Go into practice mode and ask yourself, do I enjoy this gameplay? Can I see myself grinding this? Does this level improve a skill I actually need? This is also where improving different skill sets becomes really important. Ship, wave, timing, memory, fast gameplay, slow control, duels. The more balanced you are, the less limited you become. Because if you only improve one thing, you'll eventually hit a wall. A good player is not just good at one game mode, a good player can adapt. Because extreme demons are commitment. You might spend days, weeks, maybe even longer on one level. So if you hate the gameplay, you probably won't finish it. Some accessible first extreme picks people often mention are levels like Asu, Cataclysm, Rivers of Nazareth, or other beginner range extremes. But the exact level matters less than this. Pick something you enjoy enough to keep playing. So the real path is simple. Beat the main levels, play a lot of different online levels, build consistency with easy demons, learn proper practice with medium and hard demons, and only then start thinking about extremes. Don't jump too hard, don't obsess over attempt counts, use practice mode and start positions, and most importantly, don't grind levels you hate. Comment your current hardest demon, and I'll try to recommend your next step. If you want more geometry progression videos, make sure to subscribe.